Hey everyone, Sid here, back again with another video. In this video, we're going to discuss about event portal. So I have created this portal, so I'm going to show you right now how this is working. After this, I will also explain step by step what I have done. Also, I will give you code in bonus. Okay, so hope so. Now you can see my screen. I'm using by default templates provided by the Bootstrap. I will show you how I don't download this portal. I will show you, don't worry about it. So these kind of stuff I have done from my side. So here we have the login button. Just click on the login. Now we have the login page. Inside of the login, just click on the email ID and password. Once you clicked on, now we are inside of the dashboard, and here you can check we have the pagination things we have implemented. Okay, we have the create events button, so just click on the create event, and now you can check here we have the event title, we have the event descriptions and date and place and event type and event status and event image. So here we have the multiple informations whatever we're going to put in the portal. So suppose we have event xyz, any event we have, let me open this one. Okay, I'm going to copy from there. So here we have the title. We're going to put here. We have description. We have the specific date, so we can whatever date we have we can put. Okay, so we can select like this one. And now we have the event place. So sorry, whatever event place you have, you can put here. So I'm going to put here Noida and free or paid. Okay, so what are the free or paid? Suppose if we have selected the free options, so once we click on the event booking portal, just we need to put informations. If paid plugin we are selecting, then we need to pay especially the particular amount. Okay, so I'm going to put as a free or paid I'm going to put. Okay, so event status inactive. If you can set the active or inactive. If inactive is the status, so these events will not show in the website, and if you selected the active, this will show directly in the main website. So now I'm going to select any particular of image. So I have my personal image, I mean my pic, so I'm going to put here. Once I clicked, now here you can check we have the event. So again I'm going to home page. Let me show you this event are coming or not. Yes, you can check my photo is here. Okay, and now I said suppose we have the paid, we have free, so I'm going to click on the free first of all. I'm going to put my information. Okay, so for the testing purpose I'm using my phone number and email ID. I'm not implemented validation thing, so anything you can put right now. Okay, so just click on the event booking. Might be we are inside of the home, but we not get any alert. I think so I need to implement those alert also. So let me show. I forget to implement. Let me show. So sorry, event attendance. Okay, so now we have model, and here with the HTTP inside of the event controller we have implemented. If any conditions are occurred, then we are checking basically. Okay, let me go below. Now we have here, let me show you again. Yeah, we redirecting inside of the home, but yeah, I forget to pass some value if we are redirecting. Okay, I just implemented below, so let me show you how this is working. Also we can pass like a session, so we can check. Okay, let me show you again. If everything is fine, so then we can pass some information to the view event attendance. So let me show you after successfully, so we can pass like, I mean, yes, let me show you. I'm going to put my, if user any put, so I can put pass success message, and here we can event successfully register, event successfully. So okay, event successfully submitted, so I have put it the status. Okay, let me so yes, so let me again, I'm going to put again free. Here I'm going to put my information, and here suppose I'm going to put here, okay, description. Yes, even successfully submitted. Okay, so now we get the alert, and now I'm going to show you how the page working. Okay, I'm going to put again my information. Yes, phone number. Now we have description. So because we have implemented Sandbox PayPal account, so now this is my personal information I have put it here. But of course, you need to put your information, whatever you have. So here you can select any kind of payment, whatever you want. We have the credit card, we have Visa card. So yes, whatever card you have. Okay, so you can select whatever. So I'm going to put the balance. So why $10 is coming here? Because by default I put it the value inside of the hard coded variable, you can say. Okay, just $10. So now I'm going to click on the submit button. Just click on the continue. Once you click the continue, then what will happen? After the payment successfully, we are redirecting basically here payment success. So now hope so you understand how this is working. Okay, so how we implemented those things, of course I will explain you step by step everything. So now I'm going to again the dashboard, and also I will show how the data is coming. Also you can click whatever title you want. I'm going to put just event, means anything, so you can put whatever you want. So for the testing purpose, so I'm going to put here. Okay, let me again check this testing. I will do it. Okay, so let's click on the no, don't click to browser. I forget to. Let me close this one again. Just click on submit button. Once you submit it, look, we have the title is here. Also you can check in the home page, all the testing is coming. Okay, so now again I'm going to put again same things here. Let me show you. Yes, this is working, bro. Finally I'm going to remove any one. So yes, finally these things are working in my system. Hope so. So this project I'm using technology like Laravel, MySQL, HTML, CSS, and Bootstrap. Okay, so hope so this is clear, guys. Okay, so let me show you something how this is working. Hope so you want to know how this is working. Okay, so let me go you inside of the project, how I was implemented those things. Okay, definitely you want to know how this is working. So I'm going to show you. First of all, you need to create a controller. We have the admin controller. Okay, so inside of admin controller, we checking here basically we have implemented functions like normal functions we have like index, admin. Okay, so this function basically we loading the view part. Second, we have the for validations part. If any user submitting the form, then we checking the validations, email is required or not, password is required, and also we sending all informations, storing the like email and password something. So we also checking the validation things. Okay, if everything is fine, then we sending to the other page. Okay, dashboard, signing successfully something. We also passing it. So now we have this method. Also I have created for the registration purpose, so you can call this function, so you can register also. If you want to register some things implemented in your project, definitely you can use this method. Okay, I have the custom registration things I have also implemented for the creating user, and so I just disable these options from my code. Okay, so you can create as a user also. And let me scroll down. Once you successfully the register, I mean login, then we are redirecting to event page. Okay, if login successfully happen. Otherwise, if authentications is not verified, then we are redirecting basically login page. With success, you are not allowed to access. So we giving this alert to the user. Okay, and here we have the sign out function. These functions we are destroying the sessions. Okay, from this particular function, and now we redirect it to login page. Okay, so hope so this is clear for the login purpose how we implemented. And we have also the model for the user. Okay, let me show you. We have this email ID, name, and password. Okay, So for variable you can create any variable, and you need to put this kind of column value inside of your model. So now we have the event. So hope so this is clear you guys, and how we also implemented in routes. Let me show you. This is routes. Okay, here what we doing here, suppose for the login purpose, yes, you can check this one. Okay, we are implementing those things, and also we have implemented the middleware for the event controller, because event controller we have the implementing routes. Once user is logged in, then user can check the website is working or not something, then user can create an event, also can edit and delete the event after login successfully happen. Okay, so if user is authenticated, then we are doing these activities. So hope so this is clear guys. Now what we're doing here, same things, we have the registration process for the things. Hope so this is clear you guys. And what we're doing inside of the event controller, let me show you. We have the event controller here, and also we have the event model. Okay, so hope so this is clear you how we created we have the multiple uh, columns, so like a title, descriptions, date, place, image, and event type and status we have. So what we're doing here, these are the column we are storing information related to event. Every event has the title, descriptions, date, image, place, event type, status. So these kind are information we are storing inside of the database. So now we have the event attendees. Here what we do here, basically also we need here like a title. Title means we have created which user has selected, then we are storing inside of the database. And normal informations like this is paid or free, also name, email id, phone number, and descriptions we are storing inside of the database. Let me show you our column also. I'm going to show you a realistic example here bro. So now we have the event, we have the created 10 times 10 times, maybe we have the 10 values here. Okay, and we have the event attendance. Look, we have the multiple value are storing here, name, email, phone number, descriptions, created, updated, and deleted ad. So hope so you know aware about the deleted ad why we have created, because of soft delete functionality also we can implement from the migration things. Let me show you the migration. Database migration, these two migrations is really important for us. Okay, so now I'm going to show this one event we have a created increments value for the auto increment purpose, primary key also we creating. So increments hope so now is clear from your mind, and let me show you the string for the storing the title, and here we have the long text for the description, this is also nullable, and we have the date and place and images and event type and status. Okay, so events status we are also here showing if default or not, we are setting here boolean value. Okay, date for pickup I have the date function. Okay, data type is date, and here all most of the things I have implemented as a string. Okay, so now here we have also the soft delete and timestamp. Soft delete for deleted ad, and this one for the updated and created ad. So now we have the event attendees. So what we're doing here, we have the name, title. Title means you not event title here we have. Okay, we have the name, we have the event title, we have the event type, and we have email and phone number and description, timestamp. Again we have the soft delete. Okay, so soft delete means we can also roll back if we delete it. So this is the main reason to implement those functionality. I mean soft delete. Okay, so now I'm going to show you here the configurations. Inside the configurations for the PayPal things, I have implemented the uh, PayPal file here we have, and with the client ID, secret ID, settings, we have implemented this information inside the configurations. Okay, now what we're doing here, also you need to run one command for the installing PayPal package. Okay, so this is a part of the event booking system. Now we have the let me show you the one HTTP and event controller. Now what we doing here, let me show you. Okay, here we have the implemented those. These are the basically redefine something, you can say, in PayPal account. So for the everything's, like we have the amount, we have the details, we have the item list. So we have so a lot of these functionality by default in the PayPal account, so you can also use. Okay, so now what we're doing here, we have the event controller. We have created as a API context as a private. Okay, so we can use here only. Okay, any other class cannot be extended from where we have created the private. And we have second, you can check here as a PayPal configurations we are loading. If this class will run, then automatically our constructor also will start working. So now we are implementing the configurations we have put it inside of the config folder. Okay, for the authentication purpose also we have the authenticated credentials. Here we have the implemented. Okay, now we have the index method functions. So now what we're doing here, if paginations, if descending order we are fetching inside of the our where we are admin panel, I'm showing where this index method we are fetching all data. Okay, and here we have the created functions, we have the store functions. This created functions we are directly the for the showing the files, I mean where we have a redirecting the URLs down. Then we have the store method. Inside the store method what we doing, if user submitted the event, we are storing inside the database. Here we have the information related to events like a title, descriptions, event type, status, image. These are informations we are storing inside of the database. So we are validating if this request is correct or validated, then we are storing inside the database. Okay, so now we have image also, so we are path storing inside the database only path. Okay, so now we have using right now here ORM things. So you can check here, we have the event title, request descriptions, and date, place, event type, images, and status. So these information we are storing inside of the database. Now again we are setting here the success method also. We can, I mean, for the session things you can implement this kind of functionality also. Now what we're doing here, for the show function I am using, so showing the events. Okay, whatever events we have, we can show the event here. Now we have the edit functions. We have these edit functions. We what we doing here, fetching the events from the database, also we showing the inside of our view part. Now we have the update method. Same things we are doing here. Hope so you know about to how to create operations working in Laravel. If you don't know, you can also watch my view process video. I have already updated. Okay, now we have the destroy things, so we can delete like this. If we have the ID, so we can delete from there. Now we have the event page for the showing the event in the home page. Okay, we are passing the data. If status is 1 means active, then we are passing showing the data in view. Now we have the get payment status for the PayPal configurations things. Okay, hope so know you can check from this code. If you have any doubt, let me know. Definitely I will explain you every step what of the variable and how we doing here. Everything I will explain you step by step, so I'm skipping right now. Now we have the event attendance functions. So inside of the free attendance here, then we are storing these value inside of the database. Okay, and if we have if we have the else method, then we are storing inside here. We have the variable, and hard coded value we put it is a 10. Whatever value you want, for you can send from the only view. If we have any particular event or price, so you can also pass directly here. Okay, so we can implement those functionalities here. If everything is fine, then what we're doing here, let me scroll down here. We are basically passing the data also. We're checking the here. I'm not going to explain you right now here, so you can check from my blog also. I will write blog, and here again we are storing the value here again. Okay, everything is fine, then we are redirecting. We have the different functions here. Okay, get success here. If status is successfully, then we are here. If successfully approved, then what we're doing here, we're redirecting to the home page. Then we are getting the alert. Hope so this is clear, guys. And also if you have any doubt, let me know. I will try to create a separate video, and also I will explain you step by step everything. So please type your comment below. If you want to this video, please share with your colleagues. If everyone hit this video more than 2000 likes, definitely I will create separate video. So if you want, please share with your friends and colleagues. Definitely I will create another video or also explain you in Laravel 8 step by step. Okay, thank you for watching this video.